Alrighty guys, so we are going to do this big bowl today. This is 25.2 centimeter bowl. So I figured this is going to be a perfect size to put a bunch of different succulents in. So I have never done this bowl before, and we are going to do this today. I do not know how much resin it holds, so I have made up 24 ounces because I also, remember back a while ago I made these paper towel holders? Well, I didn't like the way they came out, and I wanted them to be bigger because I buy the jumbo rolls. So I ordered the 8-inch bowls, baking pans, instead of the 6. So we're just going to pour this, and I'm going to do this in black and white, but I'm going to leave them separated this time instead of trying to combine them. So I have got my Let's Resin Ocean White and my Let's Resin Black. I'm thinking it's going to hold 8 ounces, so I'm going to put 4 ounces of resin in each cup. And then whatever we have left is going to go in this bowl. And this one, I'm thinking we're going to do this Aquawan red. It's like a really deep burgundy. And I'm probably going to do a little bit of a white swirl as well, but I think I'm going to put some crushed crystal in this red. And we'll just see what happens. So I have got my resin mixed. So I figured I would get it divided. We'll get it colored. And then I will run it through the debubbler, the Let's Resin debubbler. And we will go from there, and then we will see what we come up with. So it is late at night, so I'm not gonna use the heat mat or anything like that. I'm just gonna let it cure naturally overnight. So I'm just literally scraping any excess resin off my paddles. I try to get as much as I can. I did not clean these paddles one time, and the resin has stuck to it. So I don't even bother to clean it. I just break the extra off the bottom. I'm going to have to ask Let's Resin if you can buy just the new paddles, because, yeah, that would be nice. All right, so let me just make sure that I've got my bottom and my sides blended in here. And this is the Bond Craftor resin. So I do not want to leave it in this big container because I do not want it to flash cure. So let's see, we're going to do 4 and 4. And that's about 4.5, but and I'm going to set that over there. Excuse me. So, let me, all right, that's 4. And that's 5. And I just want to break it into some smaller containers because this has a shorter working time as it is. So And I just reuse this until, you know, it kind of gets to the point where it's, you can't use it anymore, because these cups are expensive, these big ones, but they are so handy also. So all right, let's just set that aside. So I've got 4.5, 4.5, almost 5.5. So I want to do this bowl first. And like I said, I don't know how much this is going to take. So we are just going to go with it and see what we can get. This has got the leaf, so I'm going to do that in white, and I'll do this in this burgundy color. So, how is everyone doing tonight? I finally got some housework done. I'm like, oh, trying to play catch up. It's not fun, guys. It is not fun. All right, so I'm going to do 2 of this Aquawan red, whatever it's called. And then I will run this through the debubbler. And hopefully I have enough. That's a really pretty color. And I just want to make sure I clean off my stick. All right, and then we'll get this one. And then I'm going to mix up some white. I thought about putting flowers in it, but because it's ribbed, I don't think adding flowers is, they're not gonna show up as nice, I don't think. And I'm gonna leave the resin clear on the other side, just in case I don't have enough to do the paper towel holder. I mean, I can always mix up more, but I want to at least get the bowl done. All right, so let's get some of this white. And these are all pigment paste. So there's no mica powders in these. And I found that without the mica powder, they stay blended. I mean, they stay separate better than with the mica powder. I guess I'm going to have to order a big one of these, because these are a bugger to squeeze, these small bottles. All right, I think that should be enough. I'm going to keep this tipped upside down, so when I get ready to do the other one, it will be ready to come out, hopefully. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. All right, now I want a little bit of crushed crystal in the red. I don't know if it's gonna show or not, but we're trying it. Usually I use the crushed crystal when it's a clear. So yeah, I guess it's putting a sparkle in there. I don't know if you can see that. So it is giving a sparkle, so that is good. All right, so let me get these run through the debubbler and I will be right back. Okay, guys, so I've run these through the debubbler and let's start pouring. All right, we're gonna start with these 2 cups first. I don't want a ton of white, but I do want some white through here. All right, let me... Like I said, I have no idea how much this is going to take. So, no rhyme or reason. I'm just... And it wasn't probably the brightest idea to try and marble when I have all these ribs that the resin can get stuck in. So I'm hoping that it's going to give us some dark burgundy color, some white, and maybe some pink. Kind of give us a little bit of everything, I'm hoping. And yeah, I way overshot my resin. Way over. I am like down to here, guys. Yeah. Well, we might not be doing the paper towel thingy tonight. All right, let me just get a bunch of that. So we are getting some swirling around the sides, so that's looking promising. Because I have had this bowl for 2 or 3 months. And I am definitely going to have to use those other 2 cups over there. Let me just wipe this so we can scrape out the white. And I might have to mix up some more. All right, let's get wipe this. And we're gonna put some red in here. Now, just this sitting for the time that it took to debubble this, this was pretty much debubbled. All right. So I am getting some really pretty marbling on the side, guys. And I'm just going to do this one in red. I mean in white. And we're going to hope and pray it's enough. So this could be a fairly simple video this time, guys. Just want to make sure that I have all that paste mixed in. And I wasn't even going to do 24. I was going to do 20, and then I'm pouring it, and I'm like, I'd rather have a little extra, so... Wow. And I think that is all she is gonna take in there. So that took 21 and a half ounces, because I have an ounce and a half left. Right? 24. And this one would be 23. Yep. Wow. And I honestly don't think, I don't know, let me get down at eye level. I think it can take a little bit more. All right, so it took 23 ounces. I have 1 ounce left. 1 ounce. What can I make with that? Because I'm trying to keep my videos, trying to keep them under an hour, and I'm not always good at that. All right, so we've got some definite marbling going on. I'm just going to put that in there. I have like an ounce. So maybe, let's see, maybe I can do a couple of flowers. And let me just... try to scrape whatever I can of the burgundy color, and we will just kind of swirl the white and see what we get. All right. Okay. And we'll see how many little flowers we can get. I'm just cleaning up some of the overage here a little bit. And what I'll do is I will just make fridge magnets with these. And there's something in there. Come on, bubble pop. And this one here is a keychain. Let's see. I think we can fill them too. And that one there is a keychain, the one I just poured. Oh my gosh. What else could I make? What else can I make? Let's do a few of these little turtles, maybe. I mean, I can only do so many flowers, guys. But I can also turn these ones into magnets as well. I haven't done these as magnets in a while, so all right, that will pretty much use it up. And there's like a smidge left in there, but we'll see if we can fill this rose. You know, it's like sometimes you guess one amount for something and you're way off and you have extras, and then other time you think you're going to have extras and you don't have enough. And then I was like, oh, well, there's not much left. I'll just you know, try to, I know we don't have enough of that. I'm gonna pour what I can because I gotta take some out of that one. Gosh, I'm so sticky. And this is starting to get thick, so. And where is my little pokey stick here? This one could definitely use a little bit more, but we're just gonna go with it. I can always add it into something else. right, I think that's about all we can do, guys. But the bowl is looking fantastic. It's doing exactly what I was hoping it would do. So, I will be back in the morning and hopefully we have a beautiful succulent pot. For the rest of my flowers, because they are they're drying out so bad in the little pots that they're in. I need to get them transplanted, and I don't have any pots, so I'm like, what do I have that I can make that I can put multiples in one, at least for now? And so I came down and I was like, all right, we'll do this. Because I have the other bowl that's smaller, and I've done that in a previous video, but, and it's looking good on the sides. It's not looking like there's any bubbles. So hopefully, guys, we don't have any bubbles. All right, and I will see you in the morning. I will just give this another quick spritz. And that's it. Alrighty, guys, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and these are nice and cured, and it looks like it kept its marble. So let's get these little flowers out. Oh, that's really pretty. We got no bubbles in that one. Little bit of cleanup on this one. Oh, that's cute too. All right, let's get all the flowers out. Gorgeous. Little bubble here. But those will be pretty on a piece. And then this is the other keychain mold. Matches this one. All right, why is my light washing me out this morning here? Let's see if I shut that off, if it's any better. A little bit. I am impressed. I have not. This one's got a little bubble right there and right here, but other than that, it's really, really cute. So like I said, I will just make them, like this one, I had a feeling I'd have bubbles. This is, but the bubbles are on the very back, so that is not bad. We put that on something, that would be cute. And this is another keychain. A little bubble there, but that's it. All right, so let's do our little turtle guys here. A little bit of marbling on that one. Very little, but, and then this one, I definitely got some cleanup. And this is the one that has like the big head. I'm gonna cut that right off. There we go. Oh, that looks so much better. So because it's still a little bit soft and pliable, I was able to cut that off with no problem at all. So let me do the same to this little dude. Because you can see right where it's like not supposed to be there. There. So much better. All right, so those are our extras. And I will probably, I don't know if I'm going to turn these into magnets or if I'm going to save them and I can add them to pieces. So I might start doing stuff like that. All right, so I'm going to move this because we are going to do, these are going to be the next video. I'm going to end up doing both of them. All right, so I'm dying to see. And I got upstairs, I got into bed after I poured this, and I'm like, oh, crap. I didn't go around here to make sure there was no trap bubbles. Like little micro bubbles, but we will see. So I'm just trying to get that suction to release as far down as I can. And let me see if I can just flip this. Up, and it is still a little bendy, so I will have to straighten it out. It's been like 14 hours, but actually I kind of like it ovaled. All right. Oh, sorry guys. Flipping my mold back the right way here. You always want to make sure you get your molds flipped back as soon as possible so they hold their shape. So this is our bowl. Look at that. That's kind of cool. But we did get some nice marbling effect on the side. Yeah, I'll leave it around, I guess. All right. So I'm not going to do anything to this. I am going to bring this upstairs. I will bring my phone holder and we will get the succulents planted in this pot. So that way you can see the finished. There's a little tiny bit of trimming to do, but it's not really even sharp. I don't know if, all right, I am able to do it. Yeah, that's, yeah. So yeah, that's our bowl. Now, if it was a smooth bowl, you know, I could have like embellished the front of it or whatever with flowers, but we're not going to do that today because we're going to plant some real succulents in here. So yeah, let me get all that set up and I will be right back, guys. Alrighty, guys. So we've got our bowl. I've got some of my succulents right here. I usually use just the cactus mix, but I'm getting low on it, so I'm gonna put some regular soil in the top. I mean in the bottom, and then I'm going to use that for the top. So I'm just putting some Miracle-Gro in the bottom here. So we just got some and let's see, I might have enough now to So for succulents, you're better off to use the succulent soil because it has better drainage. All right, so I'm just gonna, and then if we have to fill in with the Miracle-Gro around it, we will. And we got a stick. And let's see, I'm gonna put this one, the bigger one, right in the front here, and kind of in the middle. This one here is so pretty. But see how they're, like the little root pods, just, there's not enough to hold any moisture in there. So if I didn't get them planted pretty soon, they were gonna die. Because I've had a few that are, like this one is starting to, I soaked them in the sink yesterday, but I'm gonna slide that one over just a smidge and get this one covered. So I figured 4 would probably be enough in this pot. And they're all a little different. I don't know the names of these, but all right. And I'm just gonna top the top off here with some regular soil. Just because I want to make sure that all of those little root pod things are covered good. Because once I water this, a lot of that soil is going to shrink. So I always try to put a little bit more than what I think it's gonna need. Just because I know when I water it, it's gonna shrink down. And I am no expert at all, so, but I enjoy planting, and I don't get a lot of sun in my house, so I need plants that, like I have a few spots that I have sun, but I need more plants that just need light. So but I will bring this one to the art walk and see if it sells. Obviously, I'll have to charge more because it's got way more succulents in there, but this is our little finished pot. So yeah, I just figured I would share that with you since we made the pot and there was no no embellishing of the, you know, the bowl. Now I could have used this as a regular bowl because it is made with food grade resin, but I think it's gonna do its purpose better this way. So yeah, and there we have it. Now I will go water it, and then I'll just leave it out in the sun for a little bit so it can get some sun, because these do like sun. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little different something that, but I wanted to show you. This is, let me take you off the thing if I can do it without, let me flip the camera. Oh, I can't. Let me see, I'm trying. Hang on. All right, I just flipped my camera around. But this is what I made last year. And it stayed out all winter, guys. I do have to scrub it and clean it, but it is still perfectly fine. And it sat out all through the winter. And then this is my little thing that I made with my mold, which I'm gonna be redoing that soon. And then here's a little bit better look at my succulents. And the pots. We do have that variation in color all around it, which I like. So yeah. And I can show you my pool running. Hang on. Alrighty, and there's my pool. We've got the pump. I've got the ladder all washed, so we're gonna be putting that in today. We had to just finish where we're gonna mount the ladder right there. So we got that done last night. And then I have my little bag that hangs for all my floats. I've got these little cup holders. The small ones on the end are for your cups. The one in the middle is like you can put your phone, and there are holes in there. So I have a new frog there, one there, one there, one there. There's gonna be one on one side of the ladder, and then I have two more over there, and I have another set. So every other one will have a frog around it. So yeah, we're getting there, guys. Alrighty, have a fantastic day. Bye.